Hello and welcome back to another edition of SCTV3. I'm Nick Sterlazzi.
And I'm Amanda Hitchcock. Thank you for joining us.
Let's take a look at one last COVID update before we head in.
Students in Alumni Hall had a rude awakening late Sunday evening. Residents of Alumni Hall had to pack their bags quickly as a flood broke out on the bottom floor. Students were told they could not re-enter the building until it was safe to return. Therefore, residents did not have a home for the night. Students stayed with their friends in other buildings, drove home, and even some stayed in the Learning Commons. It was not until 6:40 Monday morning that students were allowed back into the building. Springfield has continued fixing the flooding issue, and almost all is back to normal in Alumni Hall. It has been 2 weeks since Russia started its invasion on Ukraine. Since then, Ukrainian citizens had to flee their homes and stay in bunkers, while others are planning to fight for their country. Even though this invasion is happening 4,500 miles away, some students here on Alton Street are deeply affected by the current state of Ukraine. One of these students is Anastasia McMaster. She's a first-year student who was born in Ukraine. McMaster is worried about the amount of Ukraine troops and if they can withstand the Russians.
Scary, sad. They're putting up a really good fight.
McMaster is proud to be from Ukraine and has described Ukrainians as strong and courageous. Members of the Springfield Students newspaper returned from their week-long trip to Long Beach, California on Monday for the Associated Press Collegiate Media Convention. Over the 3-day conference, the editors and editors-in-chief attended sessions geared towards furthering their education on journalism. These sessions included building a personal brand, optimizing social media for news, getting a journalism job after graduation, newspaper and magazine graphic design, and so much more. The students were also able to have a little fun on their trip. They checked out local beaches, rode electric scooters around the city, and went out to eat at a lot of different restaurants. They even attended a comedy show. Overall, the students had an amazing time on their trip and are thrilled to apply what they've learned in and out of the classroom.
And you know, Amanda, I do love a really good documentary myself.
I couldn't agree more. I think there's so many awesome ones out, and I'm really glad he got to come to our school.
Well, I really do have to go and check it out for myself. With spring break right around the corner, will we see warmer weather during our week off?
SCTV3's Bono Sinharda has your weather update right after the break. Kids for Wellness Group had an event this Wednesday to answer questions students had about their sexual well-being. With over 100 questions submitted by students on campus, the 5 guests answered every question without judgment. Having these events helps students understand their own body and how to have healthy relations with others. They plan to make this an annual event, so if you missed it, make sure to be on the lookout for plans in the future. Yesterday was Springfield's 7th annual Giving Day here on campus. I went around to learn more about it.
Yesterday kicked off Springfield College's 7th annual Giving Day. This day supports our campus in major ways, with alumni, family, friends, and even students donating to the causes. Many people on campus supported Giving Day this year, from students sharing on social media to even Mary Beth Cooper giving a speech in the Union during Giving Day.
I think it's a really great event, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Giving Day was held in the campus union and continued until noon today for anyone to give last-minute donations. With 19 different places donors can choose to give to, from the Friends of East Campus to scholarship funds, people who donated made major differences on campus.
Make sure to be on the lookout next year if you want to volunteer or donate for Giving Day. Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Stay tuned after the break as SCTV3's Nico Fasella and Daniel Curran take on the social media debate and much more in this week's edition of SCTV3's Entertainment.